You guys can't see anything below here.
Don't tell me how to wear my pants. I do it my own way, the rebel way.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Rant Café. And I just let it go on because I wanted the first thing you see is Tony talking about his pants. Epic.
Oh,
epic
so you did it on purpose.
Yes, it was all calculated. I calculated everything to make sure that the first thing people know and hear is Tony talking about his pants again. Little known fact, Tony talks about his pants a lot when we're not live.
Whoa,
Twist,
great
he was talking about my
segue.
pants.
Great segue, because we're actually talking about facts.
Yes.
Pants, facts. Oh, does that mean next week we're going to be talking about Tony's pants on Rant Cafe?
I hope not. I hope I know we're running out of
really
ideas,
hope
guys,
not.
but I hope we're gonna find something better for next week. But yeah, welcome everyone to episode 18, I believe, of Rant Cafe. What a pleasure to have lasted this long dealing with these people. I never thought I would do it. I could do it, but yeah, we're still here. Welcome everyone in the chat who is here. And this week, joining us, we have Black Critic Guy, Tony, the Black Critic Guy. Hey, Tony.
Yo. I'm glad to be back. Well, technically, I was not glad to be back after the fiasco that was last week. I almost wanted to distance myself entirely, but you know, all day anime, he whispered in my ear like, "Tony, you gotta come back." I'm like, "Shit." And so
I
I
used the
turned
Dragon
him.
Balls. I brought him back.
I turned around and whispered in his ear like, "Yeah, yo."
Okay, can we not get into what you guys whispered in each other's ears? Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
All that.
Then we have Bryn from Bryn's Fandoms. Hey,
Hello, I am Bryn. That's me. I'm surrounded by fabulous people and chat too. Chat's really hyped for this, so get all the hype, guys. Hype.
For sure. We also have Cyanide Blizzard, better known as Table Coon. How are you, bro?
I'm a little miffed. Tony was making fun of me there and whispering. I don't appreciate that. You know, this is how I normally talk, and you're making fun of me.
It's part of what I
What is
do.
the deal with
No,
this?
they call me the Black Troll Guy, besides the Black Critic Guy. So I gotta live up to the name.
BGG, I like the way that rolls off the tongue.
Okay, stop derailing our discussion, BCG. We have also Briggs from All Day Anime joining us. What up, Briggs?
Hello.
And lastly, a very special guest for the first time on Rant Cafe. We have 2Spooky. And 2Spooky, he says it way cooler to me. He says, 2Spooky. But I'll leave it to you, 2Spooky, to introduce yourself and welcome. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me on. Hello, everybody. I'm 2Spooky, and that's basically about it, but it's going to get pretty dang spooky up in here. So, like they said at the beginning, make sure you got your pants on.
Oh, good work. Bringing
I
back.
knew it. I
it.
knew you were gonna say that. It's about to get too spooky up in here.
Yeah. Tony got spooked when he first heard that 2Spooky was gonna be on. But yeah, pleasure to have you, 2Spooky. Good friend of Briggs, and I met 2Spooky through Briggs. He's a great guy. He's been watching the Rant Cafes in the chat, discussing it many times, and I thought that it would be a great idea to have him on and share some of the many things about anime that he's learned. If everyone's channel is in the description to this, if you want to check them out, and 2Spooky on his channel does some excellent fact videos. In fact, he just uploaded one about Saitama from One Punch Man this week. So be sure to check that out. And yeah, I'm really hoping that we're going to get that One Punch Man Season 2 release date sometime soon. I have a feeling it might come sometime soon. So hopefully that's going to be perfect timing, 2Spooky. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a blast. Anyone have anything else to say before we get into the facts? And I'm going to check into the chat a little bit.
So for your fact video about Saitama, was the first fact about how much he sucks ass?
It was not.
Oh shit! Then I'm gonna actually dislike the video now. I was gonna like it, but
Why you gotta be hating, man? Immediately,
hey,
before
Cyanide,
it even
don't
starts.
make me put you on the corner again.
I'll fucking do it.
I'm sorry. Please
Hey,
forgive me.
Tony, this isn't your channel. You can't put anyone in timeout, bro. This is my show.
I said I was gonna put him in the corner. There's a difference, right, Bryn?
Yes, it's true.
See, boom. And by the way, Mike, you're gonna have to explain to me one day about this whole table kun thing. I'm still out on the loop with that.
I think that's a Code Geass reference, correct?
That is.
There we go.
How
I
did
got it.
not- how did
I
not
get the
catch
joke.
that?
Just I get the joke.
I get it.
What? Talking about Code Geass on our channel? No way.
Oh,
What is that? What
Dang
is
it.
who knows?
Yeah,
What
I
is
thought
this
we were supposed to be a channel about how much Gurren Lagann sucks. Isn't that what the channel's about?
Yeah, that's topic
You know
2.
what? I'm not even mad, Tony, because I know you're upset and frustrated that Maclenaut couldn't join us today.
I am pretty.
I think we all are.
Your Maclenaut bromance, and then now you're frustrated, you're acting out, but it's okay because we still love you. You have a support system here with us. Not Bryn. She told me privately she doesn't give a shit about you, but the rest of us are here for you.
Oh man, stirring up the pot, are you? Let's
Is he
just
speechless?
sprinkle
Is he
some
speechless?
stuff in there. Yep.
Have I done it? Have I made Tony speechless? If I have, Anbu. Shout out to Anbu, by the way. Biggest fan of Rant Café. Love you, bro. Anbu, take down this note. Tony, the black critic guy, is speechless thanks to me, Animac. Whatever the time is, 5'10", 5'11", Tony pronounced speechless.
Can we just get to the facts?
How's it going, everybody? 2Spooky here, and today,
I'm guessing
Is that how you start all your videos? Is that how you start all your videos?
a lot of them, yes. Pretty much all of them.
I love your hair, by the way, Spooky.
Oh, thank you. It's
it's actually
one of
not
my
very,
better features.
It's actually not very spooky. I would think it's too handsome, actually. So
A little too
Whoa.
shonen, maybe.
Jeez.
it's getting too
I
hot
think
in here.
I think I need to turn off my
that,
space heater.
fireplace
and-
down.
Yeah. Ooh.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow my hair out so I can do some fun shit like that, guys.
Of course, Animac would bring it back to himself, guys. You see this
This is my show.
narcissistic motherfucker. They should call him that anime snob 2.0.
well, he is
PhD
Kamina,
edition.
right?
Can I be that handsome anime snob?
Well, actually, that brings
Nice
up a
try.
good point. In the latest episode of Weebcast, a podcast done by Mother's Basement, they referred to Draconis March as Anime Snob 1.0. So does that make Snob 2.0 then? So would Animac be 3.0, the final evolution?
It's not even his final form, though, Mike.
Oh, terrifying.
That's a fun fact for you right there.
Oh, you guys, man, you guys. Let's just go to 2Spooky so you can give us some actual facts. 2Spooky.
All right. So I'm aware that you're a pretty big fan of Code Geass, so I decided I should probably open with one of those.
Oh, nice.
You already know what these are, unfortunately. So, yikes. But I'd say the thing that I found most interesting when I was researching it was the fact that R2 was going to be completely different originally because, what's his name? Taniguchi. He was originally going to have the Season 2 of Code Geass start right after Season 1, but because the show was moved to a new time slot, he had to introduce a time skip and start completely from scratch with the story. And I thought that was interesting because personally I didn't like R2 as much as R1, and I think it probably would have been a little bit better in my opinion had things gone the right way.
You didn't like R2?
I liked R2, I just didn't like it as much as R1. But there
R2
were
I agree. It wasn't on the same level.
the finale was good though. That's my favorite part
you're
of R2.
totally right, Briggs. It's not on the same level because R2 transcends R1 in so many levels. You know, just saying,
Is it one higher?
Saying, Briggs.
so much high. It's higher and higher, bro.
Well, that is actually a really good, really good. I don't know what you're doing with your mic there, Tony. Really good way to
I'm
start.
trying to hide my embarrassment.
Spooky, because this is true. So there was a lot of issues with the production of Code Geass. So they, the thing is, apparently they never believed in the show. So they, kept making them switch time slots. And also there was initially supposed to be 75 episodes, and then they cut it down to 50, which again led to issues with, how do we condense the story? How do we change the story? And actually, I think 2 weeks ago, Briggs and Cyanide, you might have been there. I'm not sure. On this Saturday stream that we do on this channel, we were talking about a alternate script for the first episode of R2, which was supposed to be the original one, 2Spooky, as you mentioned, before they had to switch it up. And in that one, actually, there was a lot of changes. There was Lelouch actually shooting Suzaku. rather than not doing it and then starting, all of a sudden from, him having his memories wiped and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of different things would have gone differently. So it's a huge question of how the show would have turned out, how R2 would have turned out. So yeah, I'd love to get your thoughts on this, everybody.
Personally, I kind of wish that Suzaku got shot, but that's just me.
Oh, me too. Oh, man. Oh.
No love.
That was the worst part about the whole series, in my opinion.
Ouch! Wow.
Hated him. Hated him the whole time.
I agree. I hate him a lot. And also, I feel like Lelouch's character was being constrained by this friendship. I thought that Lelouch should have, shot him as an obstacle to his goals instead of being like, oh, we're best friends, I can't do that to him, which I felt like was restraining Lelouch's character. So I agree 100%.
Don't you think that kind of goes against his morals? I mean, he's not a character that would kill somebody in the name of pushing an agenda. That's what he was fighting against. That's the whole point.
But
it wasn't about killing. It was about conquering and taking down Britannia. You notice how he never really kills anybody in the show. I mean, the only time he ever was like
that area.
But the only time he comes close to having to kill someone was his cousin, because he was responsible for what happened to her. He took the responsibility of that, and it weighed heavy on his soul. To make him kill somebody, I feel like would be a huge disservice to his character. It would actually kind of ruin the beautiful ending they gave the series.
But other than Nunnally, I mean, Lelouch really didn't care about anybody else that much. Like, he didn't give a shit about the Black Knights. He was just like, fuck all you guys. You guys are just my pawns.
Surely.
Okay. But I think, I don't know. I don't think he cared about Shirley that much.
I backed into a corner. I guess I'm too spooky too.
There was a degree of which he did care about her, but it wasn't really until after a while, because he was largely indifferent to close to apathetic, I would personally say, towards her. Where it was then sort of kind of after the events, that's sort of where you see the impact, and he kind of realizes how much she actually meant to him, where by and large, mostly it was just like, whatever.
Well, I mean, the beauty of that is because he does realize that she actually served a purpose in his life. There was much more to her character. And once he finally realized that, I mean, it's kind of like that old saying that you don't realize what you have until it's gone. And he never really realized how much Shirley meant to him until she got... Fuck, I hate that scene so much. It hits me so... That scene is like, I order you not to die. I'm like, no, stop. Stop, anime, stop.
I have to agree with BCG on this. I think that, yeah, the Shirley scene was very heart-wrenching. And I do think that Lelouch cared about Shirley. And I do think that the reason he kind of erases her memories and stuff like that is because he wants to keep her away from him, because he knows that he's in a dangerous situation. So he doesn't want to put her in danger. So I do think he cares for Shirley. However, I think that he does also, Tony, you have to acknowledge, do a lot of things, the ends justifying the means. So, of course, she shoots Clovis, no problem. He, as Sol Maka mentions in the comments, he kills members of the Britannian army and stuff whenever he needs to. Sometimes even civilians. Later on in the show, he harms if he feels like it serves a greater good. So I think, it's killing Suzaku, who was a clear impediment to his plans, who was a moron, who was a quisling, betraying his own nation and fighting against his own people and enabling the genocide of his own people, I feel like would have been the common sense thing to do for Lelouch. That's why it weighed heavily on me that he didn't just shoot him earlier. And I feel like if he did, it would have changed a lot of things.
Wasn't his whole purpose as a character to unify Britannia and the common people? Like, that's why he joined the that Royal Guard and thing. He wanted to work very closely with Nunnally about like bringing everyone together.
I think he just wanted his revenge on Britannia. I don't think that had. I think that was his.
No, not Lelouch. I mean Suzaku.
Oh.
Like, Suzaku wanted peace, and he pushed for it. And then when the cousin died, that's when he kind of snapped and was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going rogue in a sense. I don't give a shit about anybody anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's true. But the thing is that
there's depth to his character, and I think to not acknowledge the depth is kind of a disservice to his character. I mean,
I don't like him. I don't like his logic. I don't like his logic. I understand his logic. I don't agree with it. I think he's a moron. And
that doesn't mean that he's a bad character, though.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad character necessarily. I just think he's a moron as a person. But those characters exist in real life, right? So It's not a bad character. It's just that I don't like him. I don't like his logic. And someone mentioned in the chat that without Suzaku, there would not have been a Zero Requiem if he had been shot earlier. But yeah, that's an interesting thing too, because the Zero Requiem is such a big part of the finale. Everyone liked the finale, thought it was a great ending. But yeah, so how would that have potentially changed? Like that is also something to think about. It's very interesting. And yeah, like you wonder what the show would have been like, because it's such a popular, iconic show, what it would have been like if, as 2Spooky mentioned, they didn't have the time slot issues, the cutting back budget issues. It's really, really an interesting question. I want to get Bryn's opinion on this. Bryn, watch Code Geass.
No, I got nothing. So I'm like, I could just go sit here with my thumb up, being like, "Yep."
By the way,
Yep.
Bryn,
Why is Bryn even here, man? Can't we just bring back Rose?
Yep.
Oh.
Rude. Rude.
I went there. What you got, Bryn? Huh? You're gonna send your fandom on me now?
Bryn
right.
is not just some discount Rose, Tony. Bryn is awesome.
Discount Rose? There is never a discount Rose. There's one Rose.
You're just mad that I told you that Bryn doesn't care about you.
I never. You have no proof of this, Mister. I am not.
So you
mad.
turned off your webcam because you're crying, bro.
I'm not crying. I'm not crying.
Trying to get
Okay.
Bryn kicked off as well to get Rose back.
I'm just trying to blow my nose, okay? That's all it was.
Okay, so
What's next?
Anime Recon, hey, he wants to do top 10 Boku no Pico facts. No, I think.
Well, of course,
no.
from Boku no Pico's biggest
Number one.
fanboy.
No, number one, did you know Boko is actually a boy?
Oh,
Pico is actually a boy?
But let's not even. But by the way, Bryn, I was gonna ask you this like privately, but since we're already here.
Since we're here.
Ooh, I guess we're witnessing a proposal, gentlemen.
Yes,
Let
Bryn,
me get the
I
wedding
think-
bells to ring.
I think that you should watch Code Geass sometime soon,
Okay.
and then come on to one of our Saturday streams, and as a newbie to Code Geass, share your thoughts, because I think that would be a cool thing to discuss, kind of you watching it for the first time and then discussing what you think, your first impressions live.
Oh, she's gonna hate it. She's gonna hate it.
She's gonna hate it.
I mean,
Yeah, I could do that.
I mean, Bryn already hates chess, and like the first scene of the show is like them playing chess. She's gonna automatically be turned off.
Well, it's actually a very brief scene, much to DX fans' chagrin, who wants to see the whole match described in graphic detail.
Oh.
Fun times, guys. Fun times.
So how about we get to another fact?
Let's do it.
All right. Do you want another Code Geass one? I've got one more. Or should we move on to something else?
We can do another Code Geass one. I'm always up for Code Geass.
Yeah, I know you love the Code
Oh,
Geass.
so surprising.
So I think we can all agree that the best part of Code Geass is the Pizza Hut advertising, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's the best part. Best part. So the reason that all came about was because the Pizza Hut's marketing manager, they saw a different pizza chain that was featured in a different anime called, I think it's Eureka 7. Is that how you say that?
Erica
assume.
7? Erica
Yeah.
7?
I'm not gonna call you a pleb.
I say
filthy casual.
I say Eureka 7 because that is the way they pronounce it in the sub, and also because Eureka comes from the Greek and then through Latin into English, and I don't think that it's in Greek there's the U sound like that. I think it's EU, like Europa, not Europe. You know.
Well,
Gotcha.
he does have a PhD, so I would take his word.
I'm taking your word for it.
Like I'm a PhD in kicking ass, as Kuri Gohan said on my Digibro video.
Nope. Don't say that ever again.
Don't say that ever again.
I will send Cyanide Blizzard after you.
So back to 2Spooky. What
All
were
right.
you gonna say, bro?
So anyways, so the Pizza Hut marketing manager, they saw a different pizza chain in, I'm not going to say it because I'll screw it up, but he saw it in that different anime and he was like, dang it, it's a great idea. Advertising in anime? Why didn't I think of that? So then after he heard about Code Geass and whatever, the marketing manager went to their staff and was like, hey, I want to put Pizza Hut in this anime. And they were like, hey, sounds like a fantastic idea. So their original plan was to do like 3 or 4 different advertisements or appearances for Pizza Hut. And then apparently someone at Code Geass just really liked the idea, so they just kept throwing it in there time and time again. And that's basically how that went out. But if you'll notice in the dub version, or the version that aired on like Adult Swim, the Pizza Hut advertisements weren't there because I guess there was some issue with advertising in North America because it was only supposed to be for Japan.
Mhm.
And
Probably
I just
a
thought that
smart
was
move.
interesting.
Probably a smart move.
Very interesting, actually. And on our Discord server, link in the description, we're always talking about Pizza Hut and Cheese Kun and Table Kun, all those quirky things about Code Geass. We're always talking about it. But yeah, absolutely. I think that's a cool thing because I wonder, it would be funny if, Pizza Hut made a deal with the anime where it's like, every time you show Pizza Hut, we'll give you like, I don't know, $10,000. And thinking like, yeah, they'll show it like 4 times. And they're like, oh, really? Well, we'll just make it a fucking huge part of the show now and make mad stacks. I doubt that's how it was, but it would have been funny if that was the case.
That would have ruined the overall tone of the show.
You see Max with Pizza Hut on it?
That's like you're watching One Piece and all of a sudden you see Luffy scarfing down McDonald's. The true
McDonald's would not
pirate's
have it,
breakfast.
Oh, the 4 Kids done. I would not expect that. Just get the lollipop or
Like the like in the 4 Kids dub, you should be like, you have Sanji's like my favorite restaurant's McDonald's. I love their food.
Also, in Steins Gate, that show made me want to drink Dr. Pepper. I don't even drink.
Now that's a beautiful way of using product placement. In fact, I think Steins Gate has the best use of product placement I've ever seen in an anime. Because it wasn't intrusive and it actually added to the characters. Because it was something that was known about Okabe. He drank Dr. Pepper and he liked Dr. Pepper, but not in a very forceful way, like, give me a Dr. Pepper, like kind of thing.
Right.
But it was funny because he's like, smart people drink Dr. Pepper. Like, it was
he's not wrong.
So well.
He's not wrong.
But I don't even drink soda, like at all. Soda, pop,
I
whatever you want
guess
to call
you're
it.
not a smart person then. Give me
But
your PhD back.
I did drink some Dr. Pepper after that. I couldn't help it, so it's true. By the way, 2Spooky, not so fired up in the comments, wants me to tell you that he's your biggest fan.
I appreciate that, Natsu.
Apparently, he watched Bleach because of you, which I have to say
That's a good choice.
That's terrible. I can't believe he made you watch it. I'd rather you actually drink the Bleach before watching.
That's the whole point of watching the show.
You want to drink Bleach while you're watching Bleach, and Bleach.
Hey, there's the door. Go use it.
Wait, you talking to me?
I'm talking to you. Don't be hating.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Are you
I'm talking to you.
There's nobody else here. You must be talking to me.
We're gonna go out back. We're gonna throw it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rant Café, where people,
Okay, Christopher Walken.
where we have Christopher Walken taking on Robert De Niro for some reason in iconic movie reference mode.
The stream
yeah,
is just a
just-
whole product.
I feel like I pulled a nerve here. Cyanide, you're not really prone to outbursts. Do you love Bleach?
Gotta have them cowbells. No, I'm not a big fan of Bleach. I will admit I only watched 2 seasons before I dropped it, but
Couldn't get past Soul Society, huh?
Bro,
No.
Soul Society's the best part.
But actually,
the best
Soul
part.
Society has my favorite anime ending theme of all time.
Pretty solid. What's it called? Like I'm the
Hokibushi.
hugest one.
Okibushi. That's
I'm
the
the
name of
hugest-
the ending theme.
Sorry. I'm like the hugest One Piece fanboy of all time, but like that Bleach Soul Society arc is probably my favorite shonen arc.
It's
Like,
pretty
over One
intense.
Piece.
The problem with the arc is that there's way too many Deus Ex Machinas out of nowhere. Just like, we're trapped behind something. Wait a minute. I saved you. You're fine now. And then freaking Ichigo coming out of nowhere after training for what seemed like 17 seconds is now able to go toe to toe against vice captains and captains alike. I'm like, really? You guys have lived for thousands of years. This kid is what, 16 years old in the anime? He's
There's
kicking
no
your asses?
power level scaling at all. He got Bonkai in 3 days. Supposed to take like hundreds of years.
And he fucking he stops the big sacrificial bird with his fucking blades. I'm sitting there like, what am I watching?
I loved every second of it.
It's entertaining, but I'm sitting there like, this is way too easy. It's like he switched on God mode and just kept kicking everybody's ass. I'm surprised he didn't beat Aizen right then and there.
That was so awesome though. Like I feel like he made it seem like he caught up to everyone, like he was on their level, and then like compared to Aizen, he was nothing. Stops his sword with one finger.
Stops his sword with one finger. Although it has one of the funniest scenes ever in Bleach, where I think Aizen's giving a monologue, and all of a sudden that big furry captain just attacks him out of nowhere. Just like, oh shit, that was unexpected. I like that.
Whoever brought up Bleach in the chat, thank you for that. Thank you.
It was actually 2Spooky's #1 fan. Thank you, #1 fan.
I think by the way, not to when I talk, because I do Spooky, I do a weekly anime news video, and I was announcing that you would be a guest on the show. He was like, "No way, 2Spooky's gonna come." He couldn't believe it, but like, 2Spooky's a very down to earth guy. He's a great friend with Briggs and great guy overall, and we're glad to have him here. And also, guess who? Hold on, Tony. Guess who else wants to be shouted out by senpais? Creep Ellen. Creep Ellen wants to get shouted out by senpais, and you will get shouted out, Creep Ellen. You're one of the most highest awarded fans in this, because not only are you a Knight of the Round, you're also a captain of the Shinpaku Alliance. So great
She
job.
was actually my first Twitch moderator too.
Oh, nice.
Moderator. Wow.
Decorated
on all our channels, guys. She's a moderator on 2Spooky, for me, and for Briggs. So yeah, Creep Ellen, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the anime dude says no one can roast me. We'll see about that, bro.
Don't tempt Bryn. She's the master roaster of us all.
Don't make me come after you.
Hey, the anime dude. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Enough said. All right.
Oh yes, that's a reference to Briggs' Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. I can only imagine, right?
Hey boys, I won my own tournament. So.
Yep. That person never faced me for the second place.
I know. Like, I have to send one of you guys $10. I've sent it to everyone else so far.
Just send it to me. I could use the $10. Just right here, Briggs. Right here.
But by the way, Gozen lost in the first round. Gozen competed as well and lost in the first round. Shout out to Gozen.
Rip.
Anyway, how about them facts, gentlemen?
Well, with all this Bleach talk, I think it's only appropriate we include one of those.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, originally, Kisuke was supposed to be the villain instead of Aizen. And basically, when Aizen was killed in the story in Soul Society, he was actually supposed to be killed. And then it was supposed to be revealed that Kisuke was the whole mastermind behind that whole thing. But it was switched to Aizen and that whole thing.
I have a question.
That actually would have been an awesome twist.
I have a question. Which one's Kisei again?
He's the guy with the white and green
with the too spooky hair.
Hat and clogs.
Wait, is he the one like that with the creepy face? The one that was literally #2Spooky?
No, that's Gin Ichimaru.
No, not Ging, the one that has his eyes. I'm talking like that guy that with the big bulging eyes and the teeth and stuff like that. That guy? Is that who you're talking about?
No, you're thinking of the person of research development, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Mayuri?
Yeah. I thought who is the other guy?
Kisuke
was he blind?
No, he was blonde though. He was
blonde. He was banished to like Earth. He couldn't go back to the Soul Society.
He was hanging out with Yoruichi.
I don't remember him.
He like originally trained Ichigo and like saved them from like qualification.
Oh, the one that wore the funny hat.
Yeah, hat and clothes.
He was supposed. Wow, that actually would have been interesting.
Yeah,
it would have been a cool
That would have been interesting. But I think it would kind of be a betrayal because I liked him so much.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, you forgot about him.
I forgot about him because it's been so long since I've seen Bleach. It's not 2010 anymore.
It's fair enough.
I blame Bleach for having like 300 characters as well.
There you go. Too many. Like, just get rid of Order Hime. I mean, that'll do huge justice.
Oh. No, never mind. I was thinking of Rangiku.
No. Order Hime, the useless girl that can actually like go back in time to heal you or something like that. That's her powers. which is fucking bullshit, if you ask me.
Yeah, I've only seen like first like 30 something episodes of Bleach, so I can't really talk. But yeah, I know Orihime. I know who that is. Bryn, have you seen Bleach?
No, like an episode or two, like the first couple ones, but I didn't get farther than that. So
Yeah, so we're kind of on the same boat there. What about you, Table Chan?
did I cut that?
I think his mic's off.
As mentioned before, I'd only seen the first couple of seasons before I stopped, so.
Yeah.
He's like, once they go to Waco Mundo, he's just like, I'm out. There's what now? They can turn
Waco
into
what?
humans? Waco Mundo? What the fuck ever that place is called. The place
Yeah,
where
you're right.
the fucking beast of no
The
nations. Hollows there, yes. And apparently they can turn it to humans again. Neat. we meet Nell. She was cute for like a second.
For like a second.
Yeah, and then they gave her this interesting backstory. Then they just made her useless again, which I'm like, perfect.
Classic
That's what we
Bleach.
needed. That's what we need. And oh god, you thought the Deus Ex Machinas in the Soul Society was bad? A guy gets slashed in half. Literally a blade cut through him. He's like, nah, it's a flesh wound. I'm fine. He comes back from it and just like beats the other guy. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's like a meme right there. It's a
Just
flesh
a
wound.
flesh wound.
By the way, the anime dude says 3Spooky is better than 2Spooky.
That's debatable. That's highly debatable.
He's trying too hard. He's becoming a tryhard, like Briggs.
Oh, what do you mean? Briggs is the most chilled out dude ever. Like, what are you talking about?
Sure he is. Sure he is.
Yeah, when Macalat's not here, Tony just goes full violence mode. Full aggression mode.
Just
Put up my
fight.
dukes. I mean, after you said that about Bryn, I kind of have to keep my guard up now. Can't let anybody in.
I was joking. No one, like, don't take it seriously.
I have to.
I made
Didn't you
it
say
up.
we should replace her earlier? Like,
Bryn was the first person that said, hey, we should include Tony, the Black Critic Guy, on Rant Café.
Right? I was the reason you're here and you're just insulting me. I might cry. Now you want to replace me with Rose. Although that would be
No,
awesome if Rose came, but
That was rough, man. That was
that
rough.
hurt me. It hurt.
You know what hurt me though, Bryn? The fact that you won't let Spooky tell me another fact.
rip.
That hurt me.
Rip.
All right, take it away, Spookster.
Okay.
Can I call you Spookster? Are we close enough now?
Yes,
that I can call you-
Spookster.
Yeah,
A-okay.
if you want to sound like a fucking 45-year-old man, a spookster. Tell me one of your stories.
How about them sports?
Like, why don't you just name him Scout while you're at it? Hey, Scout, how's your day?
Have any of you seen Soul Eater by chance?
Yes.
I have.
I've seen only a few episodes. I have to get back into it.
It's Bleach Light.
Yeah, basically. It's like the
What
inferior
if the
version.
Bankai were actually people? Right?
Well, I mean,
They technically are.
I
Right?
don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say anything. But, what am I looking? Okay, so in one of the episodes of Soul Eater, like you know how Death the Kid, symmetry is like it's his thing, right? It's got to be symmetrical, or he ain't having it. Well, in one episode, he's wearing a T-shirt. It's not symmetrical, not even a little bit, and he's not flipping out. Fun fact.
Immersion break.
Yeah, character
Big
flaw
old
there.
plot.
Isn't the
right
whole
there.
point? Isn't the whole point about him is that he notices everything around him as being symmetrical when he himself is not?
But
Well,
also, like, he's always trying to
because
make
he's
himself
not.
symmetrical.
Yeah, because he's not symmetrical, he's so obsessed with symmetry. So like everything he does has to be symmetrical, basically.
I guess so. I don't know. I guess I always found it to be like everything around him, he has to make sure it's symmetrical, but when it comes to him, he's not really symmetrical. If
Well,
I
like
remember
his-
correctly,
his
wasn't his
hair's
hairstyle?
Yeah,
It's like,
that,
Yeah.
it's like half down and one is half up.
that's why it pisses him off so much because he wants everything to be symmetrical, but like no matter how hard he tries, he can't get his hair symmetrical. So like if you look at his regular outfit, like that's symmetrical. He uses two guns that are the exact same because you know they're twins or whatever, symmetrical. Then he wears a shirt, it's not symmetrical. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're not. You're not. What's that one guy? Black Star. You're not like him.
Yeah.
You're not rambunctious.
I just thought it was funny because I'm like, wow, I never noticed that. Yikes.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, especially if someone is like OCD, it's like, man, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Spent
But-
an entire hour like trying to do his name on a test because it wasn't symmetrical.
Even
my favorite moment.
even he needs a break from always wanting things to be symmetrical. I guess. It's like, I'm just gonna wear an outfit that's asymmetrical.
By the way, Anbu in the chat made a joke that Animac is not Kamina. It is a funny joke. Haha.
So funny. The Cyanide is literally dying of laughter right now. You can't even hear it.
Just
He
who
muted
the
his
hell do you
mic.
think?
Literally dead.
Yeah, he took the Cyanide name a bit too seriously there. Probably.
Also, I'm surprised Soul Maka, he was in the chat earlier, and now when we start talking about Soul Eater, he's not here to contribute. That's disappointing. His name is Soul X Maka.
Did they
There
ever
you-
hook up, by the way? I never finished Soul Eater, so who hooked
Well, I mean, the
up
anime's
by
not a
the
good
end?
representation.
Who hooked up by the end?
I don't remember. I don't think they really showed us. Did they?
Shonen anime, all like most shonen anime, are so terrible when it comes to the hookups. Like Ichigo doesn't end up with Rukia, Maka and Soul don't end up together apparently. Fucking
Nah, it's implied in Soul Eater though. Like,
implied though, Briggs. I don't need implications. All right,
you're too old for the
especially in
shonen drama.
anime.
He wants the uncensored confirmations.
What?
And then you get a confirmation in Bleach, and it sucks. I want zero to be like nothing to happen in One Piece. Don't ruin my One Piece.
Your One Piece.
It's mine. It's
That's
mine.
mine,
I've
Yayo,
invested my
Yayo.
entire life.
So you don't want to see Nami and Luffy be a thing, or I guess you're a big Zolo and Luffy, huh? You want first gay relationship?
Zolo and Luffy.
First gay relationship.
Oh, I mean,
shonen?
wouldn't it be like super important to the community, guys?
So important. They'll be the
Oh, yeah.
Yuri X Victor of the shonen world.
That's
They
all
were
we
born to make history.
That's all we need, guys, is for them to do that so that no one can ever criticize One Piece ever again, because if you do, it's because you're a Nazi. Like, by the way, Soul Maka says that in the anime, nothing is shown in terms of the hookup of Soul and Maka, but he says that in the manga, it is more directly implied that they end up together.
There we go.
So if you want the steamy bits, you got to read the manga, basically.
I'm touched. I'm truly touched. Here's a fun fact about me. Back in the 8th grade, I got really into anime couples. I would actually go onto Google Images and just type out couple names. I did Naruto and Hinata. I did Naruto and
Cool.
Sakura, Ichigo and Rukia, Yusuke and Keiko. A lot of the shonen couples, and a lot of them were like couples that hadn't been couples yet. So that just a little secret about me. I had a big file of it too.
Bro, he's a shipper. He's a shipper, guys.
I found some really good pictures too. Like they were fucking adorable. Like there was this Ichigo Rukia one that just made me smile so hard. It was so cute. I lost it. I don't have it anymore.
Oh no. Oh no. That's genuinely rough. You could tell in Tony's face that that's genuinely regrets not being able to find it.
It was a good picture, man. It was a good picture.
No, I'm not judging you. I don't know if maybe I sound sarcastic all the time now, but I'm not. I'm genuinely. I respect.
The
Still
snob
sound
has rubbed
sarcastic.
off. The snob has rubbed off on you.
Yeah, it's shit. No, but yeah, that was a fun Rant Cafe last week. It was crazy.
Oh, it was fun, all right.
It was
Filthy
like,
casual.
you should have seen the comments. Poor Anbu and the moderators were just like deleting comment after comment. It was just like,
yeah.
They
There was like
deleted my
100
comment.
I don't know. There was like 150 people watching at the same time at one point, and it was just a shit show, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And the winner was everyone but Snob was the winner of that debate.
The winner was
That's true.
Bryn. Let's just agree it was Bryn. Great moderator, by the way.
Me and Macklnot as well, you know.
He
A
wasn't
lot of
there.
stuff.
MVP, that's what I meant.
Macklnot wasn't there though.
Yes, but he's still the MVP. So
Fun
always
fact:
MVP.
Macklenaut was not there.
Macklenaut was best one in the stream was not there.
Speaking of fun facts,
Back to 2Spooky.
I thought we were gonna drop something. Okay,
I was segueing to you.
I got
It
you.
was segueing. I know
I
him
get
well enough now to know that it's just a segue.
Okay. Well, I heard some One Piece talk.
Woo!
So
Oh,
I think
here we go.
we need some more One Piece
Put
on
your,
Rant
ba-
Cafe.
put your pants back on. I don't want to see. I want to see you just flying on the screen with this fun facts.
I know that Briggs is a big fan of this one, but so the character Frankie, he's one of my personal favorites, but a lot of people don't really like him too much, which is understandable. But one of his first goals basically was to be able to kill a sea king, which is basically a gigantic sea monster. And so he would build ships because he's a shipwright. So like he builds different ships. So he kept trying to build different battleships that he would call Battle Frankies, and then he would give it a number. So it'd be like BF 1 through whatever. And then eventually, when he got to the Battle Frankie 35, that was the one that finally killed a sea king. And then at one point in the story, Frankie takes off his shirt, and on both of his shoulders, it says BF 36. So it basically implies that because he's a cyborg, if you don't know, just side
Pirate,
note.
cyborg.
Yeah.
He goes
What?
outside.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so he's got BF 36 on his shoulders, which basically implies that he himself can also take out a sea king. And then after the time skip, he's got BF 37, so it's like the upgraded next Battle Frankie. So he can take down gigantic sea monsters. And he's
that is my favorite fact on your channel, not gonna lie. I could watch 800 episodes of a show and read 800 chapters and not notice that. It blew my mind. I was done. I was completely finished off by that fact. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's one of my
It's
favorites.
those little details, man. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Because like especially not only that he has the original part in there, but then he's upgraded after a while. Oh, that's the kick right there for me.
He has become the top Battle Frankie.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta look something up real quick.
I'm really glad that we're having some One Piece discussions finally here. Some fan service for Creep Ellen,
I
who's
feel
always here, and no one knows except Briggs. No one knows any One Piece, and so then we're always like, guys, take it away. Speak about One Piece.
I feel like we bypassed the most important thing. What the fuck is a cyborg doing in a fucking show about pirates that traveled with boats? What?
Well,
Briggs, explain yourself right now.
Well, it's
I'm mad now. What? There's a
It's more
cyborg
post-
in One Piece?
Yeah. Oh, it's more than just him. There's the whole like Pasha Fistas, which are like
Explain.
Oh, they were a huge. They were a huge enemy at one point. They're basically just like cyborgs that were like engineered to like fight enemies, and they're so overpowered, it's ridiculous.
So in this world, in the world of One Piece, technology is so advanced that they can make cyborgs.
Well,
Yet,
so funny because
there are no planes.
There's
or
only
cars.
a handful of scientists that are able to do it. Yeah. To be fair, but something that I noticed.
It's a corrupt world, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me that they bypass technology of the transportation kind and went straight to human experimentation.
Well,
Yeah,
it's a world
basically.
full of like devil fruit eaters with special powers, and there's only a handful of these like huge master like scientists, like they're like super smart, and then the whole world's so corrupted, like they're gonna get hired by people to make these like machines of like destruction rather than actually advanced technology.
I hate One Piece now.
Like one of the arcs after the time skip was basically focusing on a scientist who was making weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, was it Saddam? Was his name Saddam?
No.
Well, it clearly wasn't. Don't you know your history?
Yeah. But to add on to that fact, Briggs, so I just looked up the Frankie Shogun because I had to make sure, but it has BF38 on it. I didn't even know that. Goes even further.
I can't wait to see that again. That's awesome.
I hate One Piece so much right now.
Well, now Briggs
I
has to
actually-
rewatch all 800 episodes of One Piece, guys.
It's I literally like rewatch an arc every month, at least one arc a month, just to bring back the.
I
Wow.
hate you, Briggs.
That is insane. I rewatch like Gurren Lagann like twice a year, so you are insane, sir.
Well, I watch Kenichi multiple times a year.
All right.
And it makes me so happy when I hear like subscribers saying that they're watching Kenichi because of me. Creep Ellen may have. I think she has. But I've gotten these messages like once a week where people are saying they're watching Kenichi, and it makes me so happy.
You know what?
Gozen and his girlfriend did that for you.
I'm gonna watch Kenichi just because you talked about it now.
Do it, bro. It's it'll change your life.
I'll give you a shout out in the review itself. After I see Scum's Wish.
I think Spooks is planning to watch Kenichi 2 eventually.
Yep, I've got a little list of what I'm getting to, and it's on there. Like, I have a list of things I need to watch, and then I have an order of when I'm watching them. So
your number one should be School Rumble. Am I right?
No.
Kenichi's
number 7 though.
Excuse me? What did you just say, Spooky?
I'm saying that I'm gonna get to it, but it's not my number 1, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Why are we all doing this?
Because I have a lot I need to watch.
It wasn't okay.
It's really fun to get close to the mic and talk all.
This means war, Spooky. This means war.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just not saying.
No, you said enough. I mean, first you tell me that there's a fucking robot in the world of One Piece, and now you're telling me you're not even gonna watch School Rumble now. Next thing you're gonna tell me is that Bryn is no longer a fan of mine. That would just kill me.
Do I really have to be the messenger in this case, guys? Come on.
Guys, clearly, we know Tony's weaknesses. His 2 weaknesses: 1, make fun of his bro-ins with Mackelnut; 2, say Bryn doesn't like him anymore. So next time Tony gets on your nerves, you know exactly how to prod him.
3, make fun of School Rumble.
Or that too, yeah.
I think that'd be the biggest trigger.
I do like School Rumble, though. I thought it was a hilarious anime. I just didn't like the ending.
My bro. I love you. See, that's why we're friends.
That's why he's here.
That's a fun fact right there for you, Spooky.
Yes, School Rumble, definitely a great comedy romance anime. One of the best, I would say, for sure. And it's not. Doesn't focus on the moe as much, which most newer and comedy romances do. So I appreciate that as well. I'm not like, I don't really get into moe that much. It doesn't speak to me. So.
Oh, dude, friggin' Digibro's gonna hate your fucking guts then.
What is moe? Moe doesn't even need to be said anymore.
Yeah, like people were saying that I wasn't into character enough when I was mocking Digibro because the posters behind me were not just moe girls. And I was like, man, I'm not that committed to this role. I can't commit that much to this role. Like, I don't have any Moe girl posters. I'm not going to go and buy some.
We know you have a secret stash, though, so you could have, but, you want to just retain that image, so we understand. We understand.
Bryn, I do have a secret stash, but I assure you that it's not Moe girl.
Oh, you got the weed? Oh, shit, pass that shit over.
Yeah.
Puff, pass, motherfucker.
We don't condone doing drugs here, Tony. We only condone eating Pizza Hut and drinking Dr. Pepper because they pay us ridiculous amounts of money to say that.
Is this true, Cyanide?
Yes.
No.
I love how you mute his mic after.
Yeah, what does he mute his mic after? He's probably like,
because, guys, he wants to listen closely to 2Spooky's facts, but you guys keep talking.
This is true.
All right. 2Spooky, take it away.
All right. So, how does everyone feel about Cowboy Bebop?
Oh, I love it.
Worst anime of all time.
Shut up. I love it. Soul Maka doesn't like it in the chat, which is just another reason why he's a weird character, because he doesn't like Cowboy Bebop and he thinks Rem is best girl. Like, otherwise, totally normal person, totally functional human being.
Don't casually throw in the Rem's. Don't think I won't react to that.
Okay, Spookster, take it away.
All right. Well, Cowboy Bebop's one of my favorites. So at one point I was going to make a video on it, but I actually decided not to. So I decided to look back at that and see what I had written down. But anyways, so do you guys remember that one of Spike's eyes isn't real? Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, originally when they were designing him, he was going to have an eye patch.
Oh,
I didn't realize that, though. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, now Cyanide wants to talk.
Hey,
You know what, Cyanide?
Why
You
not?
know what? You know what? Shut up. I muted him.
Oh,
Tony
How
just
could
put
he
him in the
muted himself?
corner.
How are you able to mute him? What the hell?
There's a little arrow here on top of the names. Like here, let me mute Bryn. Boom.
But
I
how are
muted-
you allowed to mute anyone?
See, Briggs muted me. See, you can do it.
I should be the only one with the power. Just
Tony, how could you do that? What's
it
wrong
wasn't
with
Tony.
you?
It wasn't Tony.
That was
I saw
I'm so
exactly-
proud.
Bryn, that was so perfect. That was so perfect.
Oh wow, I did not top 10
There's a fun fact
biggest
for you.
anime betrayals ever.
I can't. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, so clearly Google Hangouts has issues because I don't have all the power. Fun
You
fact.
can even kick somebody off the chat too.
What?
We won't go
don't-
that
don't-
far.
Don't joke. Don't
I'm
joke.
not saying no, but I'm not. I would never use it. I think muting is funny though.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That was That was the best moment in Rant Cafe history.
This is
We've had some
perfect.
pretty good
I
ones.
will watch this scene over and over
Just to
again.
watch
tonight.
that moment there. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny.
I
There
did not
have
see
been
that
some
coming.
fun moments in Rant Cafe. Someone should take the time, who is not me, and actually go and find all the best moments. We had Naked Guy behind Mackelnod. We had a lot of fun ones. So.
I think me and Mackinac will sit in and watch it very closely by the fire.
Yeah, that does not surprise me, man. You guys
Anyway, can we get back to Spooky? Okay,
Well,
you cut him.
we're
You cut him
talking
off.
about before you derail the conversation again.
I didn't do. Okay,
I
fair
just want to
enough.
say though, Tony, that your and Mackelon's bromance is almost at the point of you guys figure skating together. I'm just gonna say that.
I actually no lie. I was actually considering doing a Yuri on Ice remake with me and him. We'd be
Do it, do
skating. We'd be on skates instead of ice skates. I thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be. I would
That
like.
would be hilarious.
But I
But
don't
that
know
would
how I would
you have
pull
to
it
come
off.
here to Canada to Anime North.
If Bryn pays for my ticket, you know that. No.
Well, I'll go. I'll pick you up. We'll carpool.
Yo,
I'll go
you'll
all
drive.
the way across
you'll drive-
the country.
You'll drive 14 hours from Canada to Orlando, Florida. Wow.
It'd be like
That's-
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I will.
Um,
Yep, dedication.
By
Fun
the way,
fact.
I think it's more than 14 because Bryn is like on the West Coast. So
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's gonna be like 24 hours kind of thing.
Yeah, I think at that point you might want to fly, Bryn.
Soft.
Here's a fun fact for you: flying's easier than driving.
What?
And
Depends.
anyway, too spooky. You were saying
so yes.
it's
You
great
brought up
anime
the fact
fact.
Actually, I forgot. Now
he was talking about the eye patch, like
until you
Spike.
mentioned it too spooky, I forgot that Spike, one of his eyes was not real. I actually it didn't like I remember it now, but it doesn't. It's not something that crosses my mind often.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting. I don't know. Eye patches usually are corny, but sometimes they can be cool. And Spike is a very cool dude, so I don't know. He maybe he could have pulled it off. I think if anyone can pull it off, it's Spike. It's just like the guy who's just like they're about to die, like the space shuttle is crashing, and he's just like, and one guy's screaming. He's like, Spike's just like, whatever happens, happened. I love it.
You know, another little like this one's really small. I just remembered it, but when they were first coming up with Spike, the reason that they chose Spike's name was just because they thought it sounded cool. Like that's it. That's as far as that goes.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Because they wanted him to seem cool.
Yeah, and his hair isn't even spiky; it's a fro, but it just sounds cool. Fun fact: Cowboy Bebop is actually inspired by Burning Chrome, a 1980s cyberpunk short story by William Gibson. Because in there, you also have a guy called Automatic Jack, who has a mechanical arm like Jet. You have a 28-year-old guy called Bobby Quinn, who is kind of like Spike, doesn't give a shit about anything about life. And together they're hackers. They're hacking into a big criminal empire to kind of steal the money. And there's other references such as the gentleman loser is the bar in the story, and Loser Bar is the name of one of the bars in Cowboy Bebop.
Damn,
Nice.
that's a good fact. Why can't you come up with good facts, Bryn?
I'm sorry. I will get on it. I'll do my research.
I want some fun facts about Yona of the Dawn right now.
Done. I will get them.
Animac and Bryn, next fact YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Confirmed.
By the way, Gozen made a fact video about C2 last weekend, and
That was awesome.
I was telling this to Spooky and to Briggs because he thought it would be a good idea because no one has done a C2 video yet. However, he found that these videos are a lot of work. Like, he was working on the script for days, then he took him so long to record, and then when he was recording, he wasn't showing his face, as 2Spooky and Briggs also, they don't show their face, so he had to show something constantly as he was talking.
Mhm.
So he was saying that it took a lot more time than just like a regular video where I'm just like talking and there's stuff maybe happening in the corner, or we switch to a, you know, like a clip or briefly and then switch back to me. So he found a new appreciation definitely for fact videos and how much work goes into it.
Oh, Spooky spends like so much time on his videos. Like, mine are shorter, so it's not as bad, but like, I know, like, just basically like what he tells me, like, I could tell by the length of his videos and the amount of detail, it must take him forever.
No, dude, fact videos are hard.
Yeah, Gozen did a really good job. I thought he did a great job. You can tell he put a lot of time
highest level
into
of
it.
respect. You know, it's just like I've heard some people compare them to top list videos. I'm like, no, you're doing a ton of research. I equate it similar to writing a paper because I mean that's just it. You have to make sure you know what you're talking about because you're going to be presenting it as a fact, and especially if other people are as fanatical about the series or even more so than you might be, they may even know this stuff then too. So it's like you got to make sure you hit every detail, got to make sure that the production works as well, that it's interesting visually as well as from auditorily. So yeah, nothing but the highest level of respect for those fact videos.
Yeah, and then there's some people who are just like, I'm gonna just show one little picture on the screen, quickly read. All right, moving on.
Ooh, is that a shot at Mavericks on Tour?
No, it's not. But
It's a shot, guys. He's attacking Matthew, the prince of YouTube. How dare you? It's too spooky.
There's a lot of people that try to replicate fact videos that you can just tell, like, even if they put a lot of editing into it, like, the actual facts themselves, there was no research done whatsoever.
yeah,
Yes.
you can tell that Gozen went the extra mile, which I respect a lot.
Yeah, and I also thought his video was really entertaining, the humor and all that stuff. And like, yeah, it's definitely, I do some editing now as well too, like for videos. And yeah, like when you get into editing, then you realize like when you watch videos, how much work actually goes into like even like a 3-second thing.
I am now subscribed to 2Spooky.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Good job. Yeah, everybody, the channel links to everyone's channel, including 2Spooky, of course, are in the description. Be sure to check them out if you haven't already.
Yeah, definitely check out his 101 facts about 2Spooky.
Oh,
Ooh,
Coming soon.
I don't know that. Then you're gonna know him intimately, man. I don't know. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that?
it's a dark road.
I'm ready for anything.
Would Mackle not want Tony to know so much about someone else?
Oh shit! 50 facts about Yu Yu Hakusho. I gotta watch this later.
Oh,
No, sorry, don't mind me. I'm just looking at his channel right now.
I can throw down a quick Yu Yu Hakusho one. I mean, it's sort of.
Dude,
Yu
hit
Yu
me,
Hakusho
bro.
related.
Hit me,
All right.
baby, one more time.
It's mainly focusing on Hunter x Hunter, if you've seen that. But in Hunter x Hunter, all the time in like both the manga and the anime, they always throw little Yu Yu Hakusho references in. Like there's instances where you can see like Hiei in the background of like places, and like Yusuke, and there's one instance where Pooh is like on someone's phone as like a keychain. Yeah.
You did one on Pulp Fiction. I'm gonna have to see if your information is accurate. I'm a big Pulp Fiction fan.
That's an old video.
Big Pulp Fiction fan. So I want to see if you found some information that a lot of fans actually don't know about.
I'm sure it's that one's probably more common knowledge. For a while there.
Here's a fun
Things
fact. I don't know if you
weren't very
mentioned it. I don't know if you mentioned it in your video, but if you watch the opening scene of Pulp Fiction, if you listen closely while Honey Bunny and Pumpkin are talking, you actually can hear Jules and Vincent talking in the distance, and you actually hear Vincent saying, "I'm going to the bathroom." Did you?
I've
don't know
never
if you
noticed that.
Yeah, see?
The problem with that video I did was I only did 5, when Pulp Fiction you could easily probably do like 50 because there's so many cool things about it.
Here's another fun fact that I didn't even realize until I watched the commentary on it. There's a scene where Vincent is talking to his drug dealer about someone keying his car, right? The person who keyed his car was Butch. And I don't know why I didn't put the two together. Like, it made so much sense because he was such a shithead to Butch in that one scene. So I'm like, oh, it was Butch. That's what he did. He's keyed his car. So sorry, guys. I didn't mean to go on a Pulp Fiction tirade there. Sorry.
No, I know you're a big fan of Tarantino, so yeah, that's very cool.
All right. Well, one more fun fact about Pulp Fiction. I don't know if you mentioned this in your video, Spooky, but another fun fact is that every time Vincent goes to the bathroom, something happens. Like something extraordinary happens. Oh, you mentioned that in your video?
I don't know if I mentioned it, but I remember reading it when I was researching for it.
Yeah, because when he went into the bathroom, when he went out with Mia, she overdosed. When he went into the bathroom when they were trying to kill Butch, he ended up dying.
Yep.
And when he goes to the bathroom in the restaurant, the whole heist happens, or they start stealing money. So I thought that was pretty interesting too. And he's always reading the same book when he's in the bathroom.
Do you know the reason why he goes to the bathroom so much is because of I don't remember if it was heroin or cocaine, but whatever drug basically makes you really constipated. So that's why he's always in the bathroom.
Anyway, back to you, Spooky. Fun facts.
All right. Anybody like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Oh yes.
Fuck no.
Yes.
My probably second favorite anime of all time after Gurren Lagann.
Fuck that
It's a
anime,
great
man.
one.
It has the worst climax ever.
Okay, Tony, why you make everything sexual?
Why do you make everything sexual? I said climax in the action sense, not climax in the cyanide kiss my butt type of way.
Oh.
I don't appreciate that at all.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't mute your mic.
I'll take it
I
into
wonder if
consideration.
Spooky will ever come again after this. But yeah, please, do Spooky, take us to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
So you know how when they transition in the middle, they have like the 2 slides and they're like Full Metal Alchemist and they just show people. So whenever the character that they show in that slide is going to die, it's silent. They don't say Full Metal Alchemist.
Ooh. Whoa.
I did not notice
that.
I had to go back and make sure it was actually a thing, and I was bamboozled, to say the least.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've noticed a few times that they did show a character right before they would die. However, I did not notice that there was a difference in terms of the actual, like, not including the Full Metal Alchemist. So yeah, that's very interesting.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Kind of out of respect.
Thank you for that, Spooky.
That's true. Moment of silence for the death.
That means Cyanide's gonna die now that we're silent. So
This is possible.
Well, keep going, Spooky. You're on a roll, bro.
All right, so I'm going to bring up one from Dragon Ball Z, just because I thought Dragon Ball Z had a lot of really cool things that you wouldn't really know about personally. But so Toriyama, who is the author of Dragon Ball Z, or the mangaka, or whatever you want to call it, basically when Goku died after facing Cell suiciding, Toriyama was originally going to basically just kill off Goku and just make him stay dead. And that's why Goten was brought in, because he was going to have Gohan transition as the main character, which is hence the whole Great Saiyaman saga. And then Goten was basically supposed to take the place of Gohan beforehand. But then after he realized that Gohan wasn't really main character worthy, he decided to bring Goku back. And that's why Goku came back. So yeah.
You really dropped the ball with Gohan.
He did. He went for my favorite character, and then now I don't even know.
Great Saiyaman!
Yeah,
I didn't mind the Great Saiyaman, but I just wish Gohan would have stayed cool.
It's the purest form of being a tryhard, because they were trying to make him like Goku. It's like, what made Goku great? Oh, he was whimsical and hilarious, and he could kick a lot of ass. So they're like, well, Gohan needs to be like that too, but there's no like build up to it. Gohan was always like a very staunch, serious character. And to make him goofy was just like so jarring, and I don't
Yeah, you
see
need
it.
something that's going to explain that, because otherwise it's a huge contrast. Because I mean, that was the thing, is he looked up to Piccolo, and he kind of modeled himself after him, also behavioral wise. And we also see that too with donning the same type of wardrobe. So yeah, to go, I mean, that could be funny is where he's like, I want to try to understand my dad better. I want to be more like him. What's the big thing about my dad? He's really strong. He's friggin' weird. Okay, what can I do to be really weird then? You know, and it's just like, stop doing that. That's not how you're going to understand. He's like, no, I'm going to do what I want.
Smoking like a true teenager.
Yeah,
I actually can't explain the Great Saiyaman thing. Fun fact: Great Saiyaman is based off of like a children's cartoon that he watches with his son or something like that. I'm not prepared with the actual fact, but like it might actually be in 2Spooky's video. But Great Saiyaman and even Toppa from like the recent arc in Dragon Ball Super, they have a lot of references from like some children's anime that he watches with his son.
Wait, Goku was actually a good father? Whoa, what a mind blowing.
No, not Goku. Toriyama.
Oh shit! Whoops. I guess
Yeah, he
Goku's
means-
still a piece of shit.
That was my bad, actually. I think I said it like that.
But actually, Deja Vu Links in the chat said that he really likes Gohan. And yeah, I think, and this is, people have complained about this before, that basically, 2Spooky, it's cool that you brought that up because they're saying that, yeah, Goku was supposed to be killed off, but then the fans were so butthurt about that concept that Toriyama decided to just essentially, go back to having Goku as the main character, and then Gohan was never fully developed in the way he should have because, yeah, like the story changed abruptly because fans just didn't want to accept Goku not being around anymore.
Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z is Goku's show. You don't put somebody else at the lead of Dragon Ball. It was always Goku's show.
Mhm.
No one could ever take his spot. They could have put Goten as the lead, and Goten is more like his father than Gohan was, and it still wouldn't work because it's Goku's show. If you want Gohan to be a lead, do a spinoff, and he'll be the lead then. Tales of Dragon Ball or something like that. You can call it that. But Dragon Ball Z is Goku.
Like a storytelling aspect of Goku growing up, becoming a father, and then his son sort of taking the mantle and then going from there, trying to make it like sort of a generational. But yeah, I mean, that's just as Goku became so huge, and when a character becomes that big, it's kind of hard to take them out of the picture because there's going to be a gap there. And sometimes you can fill in that gap, but it's just, I mean, that's just it, is there are big shoes to there. Like if someone's like a big celebrity and they have a kid, the kid's sort of expected to kind of either rise to equal heights or so forth, but generally speaking, we never hear anything of the kid afterwards, which is a shame because it's so much pressure for them. So, yeah, no, it's really interesting to think of.
Yeah, and Zero in the chat says, you know who's better than Gohan? Kuri Gohan. And yes, I have to agree, as much as people like Gohan, Kuri Gohan from the Discord and from the channel is the best.
No.
You're only saying that because she's your waifu.
Table.
No, she is fantastic. She really is.
Table Kun, you are everyone's waifu on the server.
That is true too, though.
Not mine.
And then people are like, isn't that too much for you, Table Kun? And he's like, no, I can support it.
I got it.
Get
I'm
it?
part oak.
So funny. You're so funny.
But I was gonna say, yeah, in terms of the Discord server, we're nearing like 800 members on there, which is crazy. And when we reach 1,000 members, what I'll do is I will spend a whole day just fucking around on Discord, doing nothing else but fucking around on Discord. We will do karaoke. We will do, I don't know, just crazy stuff. Animac After Dark, exclusive Animac After Dark. It's all gonna happen, baby.
Really? Animac After Dark? Okay, Digibro.
Yeah. That
Trying
people
to
are
suck
saying
on that cock, huh?
they want it to be a series. People are like, man, you got to bring back Animac After Dark. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna be a series. I don't know, man.
I don't know. How do you feel about that, 2Spooky?
I don't really have an opinion.
Wow.
He
Bring
just
it
states
back.
the facts, bro, not the
You
opinion.
gotta have an opinion.
I didn't even know who Digibro was until like a week ago. So like it doesn't apply to me.
My heart.
Soul Maka says Animac gets drunk and joins us on Discord. 1,000 members. Yes, because I've never been drunk on Discord before, guys. I'm gonna wait till 1,000 members for sure. Yeah. By the way, Discord link is in the description. I know 2Spooky is on there. I know All the Anime is on there. I know Bryn is on there. She's been active more lately. I know Cyanide Blizzard is on there. And I think that's everyone, right, guys?
That's correct.
Yeah. Because Tony doesn't know what Discord is. Also,
Actually, I
Anime
do know what Discord is. I was invited on a podcast, Anime Summit. And they said, hey, let's meet on Discord. I'm like, the fuck is that?
And then Tony didn't show up.
I did show up, actually. Thank you very much, Briggs.
Probably used the web version.
You
Didn't
and your
even download
goddamn cyborg in a fucking pirate show.
Yeah, yo,
He's
yeah,
one of the
yo.
best characters.
That's like when they introduced fucking who's that green guy from the Flintstones? Kazoo or something like that. And I'm like, the fuck is Kazoo doing in the Flintstones, a modern Stone Age family? Are you kidding?
You have to remember that, and now literally made a ship that could fly to the moon. So
Who made a ship to fly to the moon?
NL.
he was in one of the earlier arcs, like way before Frankie. So it's kind of like nothing.
Is an L?
You don't remember? Did you ever watch Skypiea? Did you
What?
not get that far?
I'm
think I
not
watched, like,
that far,
pieces.
probably.
Oh,
You know,
No, I feel like you had to. But it was way before Impel Down, or I don't even know how to pronounce it. With Magellan, or did you skip to Magellan? Like you probably skipped parts.
I probably skip parts. Sorry, I like Magellan a lot, especially factually what Magellan was. So I'm just sorry. I'm just saying. Speaking of facts,
Sassy Simone Smith says that Great Gazoo is the name of the guy, Tony. Get it
fuck
right.
him and his green little ass. He's the reason why the Flintstones got canceled in the first place.
Bro,
You don't add a new character, especially one that's supposedly from the future.
were you around in like the 60s, like when
I
this
don't care. I
happened?
grew up with the Flintstones. I actually did a lot of research on the Flintstones because it was the first animated show to be nominated for an Emmy. In your face. What you gotta say, Animac?
The Emmys are meaningless. That's what I have to say.
It's true.
You're just
Only the Rant
butthurt.
Café
You're just
Awards.
butthurt because you haven't been nominated yet.
True, that is true. The Academy knows nothing of my work. They don't understand me.
You look like an angsty teenager. You don't get it, Mom.
They don't get it.
The brilliance that is Did You Go After Dark? Animac After Dark.
Yeah, next episode of Anime After Dark. Fuck the Academy. They don't recognize my
the
credit.
Academy. You know what I would like to see? Hashtag angsty Bryn. That'd be interesting.
Angsty Bryn.
They just don't get it. They
I
don't
don't
get
understand
it.
you guys.
So back to facts.
alrighty. Did anybody watch the original Dragon Ball, like before Dragon Ball Z?
I have.
Dragon Ball Z.
Do you remember Launch?
Who doesn't remember Launch? She made me
Okay.
hungry.
Bipolar.
You want to know who
Kinda like
doesn't
Tony.
remember Launch? Toriyama, because when he was transitioning to Dragon Ball Z, he completely forgot that she existed, and that's why she never appeared. He
remember
just
this.
forgot she was a thing.
Yeah, I remember this fact actually.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That explains a lot, though.
She was like such a big character in the first part of the story, and then it's just she's gone. They made the excuse that she was hanging out with Tien, or however you say his name, but
Chen Shinhan.
yeah, they never showed it. Never showed it. And it's because he forgot.
I think most people forgot about her once Dragon Ball Z came around. I mean, let's be fair. All human characters in Dragon Ball Z, they're useless. They're pointless. You
Mhm.
see
that's
what
just
happened to
the thing.
Yamcha? Did you see what happened to Yamcha?
It-
Don't worry,
Yamcha.
guys. I
Baseball,
got the
okay.
whoop.
I
Bro.
think one of the biggest flaws is the fact that they just kind of decided to make all the previously strong characters worthless.
Exactly. Like, what's the fucking point at that point? I mean, funny enough, you know the biggest joke of all? Krillin is supposedly the strongest human on
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah,
What is he treated like?
he's
A bumbling idiot.
he's killed the most out of every other character. 4
That's
times, I think it was.
But he
And it
keeps
was
trying.
interesting because
And
it
that's what
gave
matters.
such perspective to it. Like when the Saiyans first arrive, you're like, oh gosh, holy cow, these guys are so strong. But then, yeah, after a while, it's just like, good luck, guys. We're just going to sit back here.
like Dragon Ball Z Abridged hit it right on the nail when it came to fucking Krillin. Like I know it's supposed to be a comedic take on him, but I'm like, that's exactly what Krillin is like.
Dragon Ball Z Bridge is better than the actual like series. Not gonna lie.
Oh, you're right. Better voice acting.
Creep Ellen says that Tien is the best human character for her, and I like his tri-beam cannon. I think it's sick.
He stuck out like a sore thumb to me, though.
Well, he's only half human because I guess the three-eyed tribe or whatever is not human or something.
He's just.
You know why you don't like him? Because of what was that guy's name? Momo or something? The mime guy?
Oh, Popo?
No, the mime.
Chaozu. Pretty sure is his
yeah.
name.
He's like the great Gazoo of that show. That's why you don't like Tien.
No, I love Chaozu more than Tien. I don't like Tien because he's such a sourpuss. He ruins every moment. He's like, guys, don't you understand? This is very serious. And he's just like, fuck, dude, we got Goku. Calm down. You're just mad because you're not Goku. That's not true. I'm just mad because I'm that powerful.
Bryn, have you watched these shonens like Dragon Ball Z?
Not Dragon Ball Z. You got any Sailor Moon facts? I could.
Oh, here's a
steal
fun
you there.
fact. Here's a fun fact of Sailor Moon. She was fighting evil by moonlight and winning love by daylight.
She never ran from a real fight.
It was the one that was called Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
That is about as much as I know about Sailor Moon. So yeah.
The creator of Sailor Moon. Go ahead, Briggs. You know what's up.
Go.
Wait. Rock, paper, scissors.
No,
You take this one, Briggs. Fact bombing.
you got this.
The creator of Sailor Moon is married to the creator of Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho.
Holy
That's what you're gonna say.
I support it.
That's crazy.
Though I don't know if
Really?
they're still together.
I
that
think
is
they got
awesome.
divorced, but they were married for quite a long time. I don't know
Have
if
they
that's
ever collaborated?
they have. Well, I don't know if they've actually collaborated on something, but I know that Togashi has stuck Sailor Moon references in Hunter x Hunter
That's
a couple
fucking
times.
crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
And I think in one episode of Sailor Moon, there's like an arcade or like some sort of video game there, and it's called Greed Island, which is a big arc in Hunter x Hunter, which is based on a video game, basically.
I never actually I watched a few episodes of Sailor Moon, and I always thought Tuxedo Mask was such crap. Like I thought he was the worst character, so corny and stupid.
Well, he was supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, he was. That was the whole point of him. But
I mean,
But-
shit, he stopped everything. He stopped everything with a rose, Animac.
Yes.
Come on, how logical can that be?
Well,
need to
I
rewatch
thought
it.
he was supposed to be the love interest.
He is, but he's supposed to be downplayed. He's a critique on that shoujo male character.
Oh come
but of
on!
course, the girls are the one that are the
Critique,
best.
deconstruction, all that
But
stuff.
he's
Sailor Moon is deconstruction. Okay,
It's not a deconstruction. The whole show isn't. But Tuxedo Mask is definitely a deconstruction. He's supposed to be the guy that comes save the day, but he doesn't. That's the whole point of his character.
Goku does.
I have a. By the way, if you will allow me, 2Spooky, I do have a fun fact about Dragon Ball Z.
Go for it, man.
So I was this has to do with Resurrection F. There's a scene. By the way, before I continue, do we all know the fact that Krillin's voice actress is the same person that voices Luffy, right? We all know the Japanese version.
We do.
Well, now I do.
Really? You didn't know that?
No.
Wow, that's interesting. Yes, the Japanese voice actress for Krillin is the voice for Luffy. In a scene in Resurrection F, we see a guy driving a police motorcycle, and when he gets off, we find out that it's Krillin. And when Krillin's phone rings, if you caught it, it's actually a One Piece theme. It's a One Piece song. And I was listening when I saw that in the theater. I'm like, oh, I see you,
That's awesome.
you bastards.
I see you.
You're
That is
playing
awesome.
a One Piece song because that's Luffy. Oh.
If you guys want to hear another fact about Dragon Ball Z, the person who does Piccolo, Vegeta, Shenron, I'm sure there's I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there's like 6 or 7 characters that are all voiced by the same English dub actor.
Yep.
And also Zoro from One Piece.
Wait, Chris Sabat voices Zoro?
Voices Zoro, Vegeta. I think even Shenron as well, and like Omega Shenron and stuff like that.
I didn't know he voiced Zoro. That's interesting. I did not know that. Thank you.
And it was a crossover between like Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, and he was voicing like both characters. There were like Piccolo and Zoro were having a conversation
To each other, like the same person.
That's just so interesting. I like that.
He's a talented guy for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, also Yamcha as well.
So good.
The voice actor for the voice actor for Ichigo is the same one as Lelouch, and he was also the Black Power Ranger.
Oh, you're talking about Johnny Young Bosch.
Johnny
Yeah.
Young Bosch, who's also in a band.
Yep.
Oh, please tell us, Cyanide, about this Johnny Young Bosch band.
It's a tongue twister.
It is a bit of a tongue twister.
What is this band, Cyanide?
I actually don't have it in front of me. That's just off of memory.
We're doing a fact video and nobody has anything to back up their facts. Bryn,
I'll give you a fact. A fact in your face. It goes down.
what was that?
Suck it, Trebek.
Guys, not my.
Did you just say suck it, Trebek?
Guys,
We'll play.
not my proudest fact.
It took me a second there. I'm trying to like respond to chat.
I'll let you.
I'm waiting for this not proud fact.
Oh yeah, because you didn't get what I was.
Oh,
It was my
over
proudest
head.
fact. Rant Cafe.
No, over my head, huh? One flew over
Briggs,
the
do you
cuckoo's
want to explain to Tony? Like he might
I'm
not
gonna-
here because he's
I'm gonna type it in the chat.
okay to do
Tony,
other
if you have the chat in front of you.
nest. Ooh, I'm ready. I'm reading the chat.
I'm really
See, rubbing my hands, waiting for the.
like,
Rip.
Well, anyway, too spooky. How about another fact?
All right, this is the final one for Dragon Ball Z, but the whole reason that Toriyama made the Super Saiyan hair blonde was because in the manga, blonde is represented as white space, and he was sick of using so much black ink for Goku's hair and like a bunch of other characters. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna make this blonde, save a bunch of ink. So that's why it's blonde.
Wow, that's interesting. That's very
Good
proud.
That's kind of underwhelming.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not super overwhelming, but
It makes sense though.
it could have been a different color had he wanted to save ink.
like now.
Yeah, like now,
Blue. Yeah.
but
Yeah, now they got like pink and blue, and how do you represent that in the freaking manga?
I like blue.
I don't
Actually,
even know. Probably like a light shade of gray. I don't know.
Sorry,
I like-
Toriyama's not even drawing the manga anymore.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
the-
do super.
No, it's Super is just is an original anime show.
Well, it's also a manga.
Is it? I
So
didn't know it was a manga.
yes, it is. But it's like by Toriyama's previous assistant, and what he does is like he types up like a brief description of what he wants for like the arc in like one page, and it's like gives it to both the studio and the mangaka.
That's why it seems so fillery. It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's
the
actually like
manga
some
or the
differences.
anime?
The anime seems really fillery. Like in the manga, it just skips all over the place.
Yeah.
From what I read of
And
it.
it's funny because apparently they're given the same thing, but then because it's like so like not detailed, they interpret it different ways. So like they end up taking different routes on it.
Gotcha. Because like that's why I had to put down super for a little while, because everything just seemed so like it seems too filler, but it's all canon, so it just makes me triggered.
It goes what?
Oh, what?
You were doing this earlier. I'm like, what?
Tony, we talked about this.
I can't help it. I just noticed it. All right, give me a break.
I like to talk with my hands sometimes. Fun fact.
By the way,
Oh, trust me.
Jonathan Essex in the chat said that also Toriyama got rid of Goku's tail because he was sick of drawing it. And Soul Maka posted a fact where he says that Sazae-san is the longest running anime created in 1969. The show has 6,430 episodes.
Jesus.
What's the show
So,
called?
Sazae-san.
Oh, I always thought it was Doraemon.
I thought it was Doraemon too.
All I know is that that's the kind of show that only Briggs and 2Spooky would watch.
I'd handle it.
I don't have the commitment.
Two
That's why it's all the anime,
episodes?
so.
Please no.
I don't think
Well,
I
I
could
mean,
do another
I think
2,000.
I've watched One Piece a good amount of times. It probably adds up to that.
There's too many other long-running anime I still need to watch. I don't have time for that.
I don't think any of us have time for that. If we have to make videos almost every day.
Or you just not upload like me. Hopefully one coming out tomorrow, guys.
So he's shots fired against himself.
Yeah. No, yeah, but we are all.
Yeah, I think I made fun of in my comments.
Yeah, like, but it's.
By the way, I do have a request for 2Spooky. If you could do on your channel, and if you do it, I will promote the shit out of it. Do a facts on School Rumble.
Once I watch it, I probably will.
Yes,
So,
I would love.
Anime, you may speak now. We apologize for cutting off our host.
Oh, did I cut? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We both did. I did, and then you did.
Forgive me.
I don't even know what I was gonna say now.
Forgive me.
Sensei.
Please, yes.
Senpai.
Okay, Tony.
Go ahead, Adamak. I'm sorry.
By the way, Tony, what was your take on them making L black in the new Death Note? Because I know you are part black, part Asian, so it's like, are you conflicted?
See, I actually made a video talking about it, and I am very conflicted because if I'm correct, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, isn't L from England, right?
He lived there, but he's actually mixed race. He's part Japanese as well.
Oh, okay. I see. I forgot. But all I knew is he was from England, and he was always very pale because he stayed inside all the time. That was his thing. So I'm like, if there was ever casting for like a white guy to play a character in an anime, I could definitely see a white person playing L. It would make sense to me. And to see them casting Lakeith Stanfield as L. When I first heard the news, I was like, what the fuck? A black man's playing L? What? That makes no sense. Like, I thought a lot of people were going to say, like, oh, you're going to say that's okay, aren't you, Tony? Because it's only bad when white people replace Asians, but if a black guy replaces, like, a Japanese guy, you're going to be okay with it. I'm like, no. I hated it, too, when I first heard it. But I really like Lakeith Stanfield. I think he's a fantastic actor. Everything he's been in, I've loved, especially his performance. And I think he's going to do the character justice. The only thing I have problems with is I don't know if he's going to be able to capture the quirky mannerisms, eccentricities of L. You know, is he going to sit on the chair like L sits on a chair? Is he going to be analytical like how L is when he's analyzing things and eating candy and meticulously putting pieces together? He's very autistic in a sense like that. And yeah. I want to see if he's going to be able to capture that. The teaser gives me none of that so far.
Yeah.
But I have faith in his performance. I don't like that it's a black guy. Oh, go ahead.
Like aside from it being a black guy, I feel like the guy is just kind of like too cool being a rapper and shit, and like the pictures I've seen of him to play like a shut-in nerd type character. So I don't know if he could, especially and in the teaser, like he looks like a freaking Sith Lord. Like
yeah.
I think personally it would have been better to see him in front of a computer screen instead of like wearing fucking a Muslim outfit or something.
Gonna like drop an album or something walking down that.
You can see L say the album's L Saves the World.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't. Maybe they'll go a completely different route then with L, and maybe he won't even be nerdy or a shut-in anymore. I don't know.
I don't like that. If they do that, I'm gonna hate the movie. If they change anything about these characters, the core of their characters, I'll hate the movie right off the bat. If like a lot of people were pointing out about how Light Turner seems like an angsty little punk that seems so passive, like a Shinji type character. And if he is really like that in the film, I'm gonna hate the film. The brilliance of Light's character is the fact that he is meticulous and careful. And the best thing about Death Note, and they need to capture this in the film, is the mental chess game between L and Light.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Is the core of the show. It's not about like Light trying to be the next god. It's about who can overtop the other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like Light didn't need to like give himself up, but he wanted to battle against L. Like he accepted his challenge type of thing.
Exactly. Oh, that's what I want to see. And I think the only character that I'm hating so far is the new Misa, who isn't Misa, it's Mia.
Yeah,
And she just looks like fucking edgelord teen. Like I
exactly.
swear, I
I
don't
was
give
just
a
gonna
fuck.
bring that up. That it feels like, even from the teaser, it feels like already they've completely changed her character. from-
Totally.
Like,
I would have loved to see her be obsessive. Like if they were to change like her looks, fine. But they need to keep the obsessive personality that Misa has. I feel like Bryn, it looks like you have so much to say about it. What do you think?
Well, no, I was just thinking this Rant Cafe crew here, we could recreate Death Note, and we could probably do a better job because apparently we could all be casting. We could have angsty Animac being Light. We could have Black Critic Guy being L. I could be Misa, or like whatever. Like she's
You'll
not
be
even
Mia. You'll be Mia.
Yeah, Mia. Like,
Yeah.
anyways,
What's Briggs gonna be?
Guy that dies of a heart attack.
the guy
You-
that jumps off the building apparently because that's how they're
Will
going down.
Briggs be Gil Pender? They didn't even announce
Matsuda.
if Gil Pender's in the movie too. Like,
Ray
that kinda-
Pember.
Pember, I believe.
Ray Pember.
I thought
Ray
it was,
Pember.
oh, was it Ray? I thought it was Gil.
Ray
think
Pember, bro.
My bad. My
Yeah,
bad. Jeez.
And then
just because you got the fat guy
gotta
here.
be Too Spooky's gotta be Ryuk, obviously. He's too spooky, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that makes sense. I like apples. Apples
We
are good.
basically have the whole
Shall
cast
we
here.
begin?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I like Too
I don't know, I'll be every heart attack.
when he does his deep voice. It's very Ryuk. I like it.
I will say this: Willem Dafoe as Ryuk, the best casting they did.
yes, like that's
That
one of
was
the
a good
reasons why I
choice.
want to watch the show because he's gonna do a great job.
He sound like because the voice actor, the English voice actor for Ryuk, killed the show. The English dub for me. Like he just like I talk like this, then I sound really cool. The voice for Ryuk, the Japanese voice, sounded more menacing. It did still sound kind of squirmy, but it was still scary. The other guy just felt too comical, you know. And I get like Ryuk is sort of a comical character, but not so comical that he sounds silly. The only problem is when I heard him say "Shall we begin?" The moment I heard it, I'm just like, he looks to light, he's like, "And together we could rule the city, Spider-Man." I'm just waiting. He's like, "We can rule this world, Light, you and me, bro."
Green Goblin reference.
That's,
But-
That was awesome.
who doesn't think Green Goblin when they hear fucking Willem Dafoe's voice?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We'll rule the city, Spider-Man.
But yeah, some people in the chat are saying that we need to make a video like that, and I propose we do that on Black Critic Guy's channel since I'm the only one he hasn't called yet to collaborate with.
Excuse me. I specifically remember you were the first one featured on my channel, you idiot, for our Ram versus Amelia battle.
Oh,
I was also there.
Oh!
Yeah.
I suppose, but
Oh!
I suppose,
And guess what? That has more views than the ones that I did with All Day Anime and Bryn. Oh! See?
Okay.
Shut your
but the
mouth.
thing is,
I think I win.
they went after me because we were going against each other. We never did anything where we're like on the same side, man.
Okay, that's a fair point.
It's like, okay.
That's a fair point.
So yeah,
Originally, when I was planning the Voltron video, I actually had you in mind for the Rebel. I chose not to do it because I felt like Briggs had the face of a rebel.
yeah, and I don't really.
I don't think I did a very good
like
job.
that, so.
I mean, the delivery. I mean, not to be mean, the delivery could have been a little better. I was hoping that you were gonna be like, "Don't tell me how to fight. I do it my own way, the rebel way." You know, kind of like that. Yo, just like add that attitude. But I thought Briggs had the face that I was looking for. That's why I chose Briggs.
No, but
offense.
it's cool. It's cool. Like, in all honesty, I watched like one episode of that show. Like the first episode, I wasn't into it at all. I'm not passionate about it, so that's cool. But like something with Death Note, I would definitely be down. And I'm growing out my hair, guys, so I can do that light thing eventually. You know, I'm not getting blonde highlights.
Bleach it. Oh my gosh, bleach it.
I'm not getting blonde highlights. I'm not that committed to this role.
Oh.
2Spooky, should he get blonde highlights?
Yeah, you should. But
See? Speaking of Death Note, do you have any fun facts about Death Note?
I think I had one on here actually.
Well, if you
I'll
do,
find it real
quick.
that can be our last fact before we wrap it up.
It's kind of underwhelming.
Don't worry. You know,
kind of-
Briggs and Bryn are just underwhelming people, so we're used to it.
All right.
I mean, Rant Café is kind of underwhelming, so it's a good way to end it off.
So I guess I should ask, what do you guys think about Misa from Death Note?
We hate her.
Hater?
Sucks.
Okay.
I don't hate her. I think I think she's like stupid, like she's not intelligent. But I don't hate her as a character. I think as a character, she's interesting because yes, if you become like Kira, and you people will idolize you. They will be obsessed with you. They will, they will take their own personal like angst in their lives and project it onto you as like their savior. So I feel like in that sense, she's a real character, even though I don't personally think she's an intelligent character or a good person, but she is definitely, I think, a good character.
The beauty of her character is she is a perfect representation of Light's manipulation. I was fun fact, I originally for Valentine's Day was going to do a top 10 tragic romances in anime, and Light and Misa were going to be on the list, and I was going to explain about how the saddest thing about the relationship is how manipulative Light was with Misa, because he used her affections to push his own agenda for his own gain. He manipulated this poor girl that really looked up to him, and it's a abusive relationship without the means of being physically abusive. You know?
And I would say that Light is in many ways a sociopath because he does that to everyone in his life, right? Like he
is a sociopath. He's egotistical too. He's like Black Rose on another level, But yeah, hit us with that fact.
Fun fact. The reason I started making YouTube videos is that I could get a whole bunch of Misa-esque fangirls to love me.
Keep at it, bro. I know you got one girl so far.
But hey, man, it's a start.
All right. Anyways, so the entire reason that Misa was even created was because the creator of Death Note felt that the story with all the male characters would be too boring. So he essentially thought it was too much of a sausage fest, and that's why he created Misa. That's the only reason why.
That's what it is.
That is actually very underwhelming.
That is underwhelming.
Yeah, I told you it was pretty underwhelming. That's why I skipped over it earlier.
To be fair, it's true, right? The show is pretty big sausage fest overall. So I think that, I mean, adding her only for that is interesting, but I feel like, yeah, as a character, she is a compelling character because the thing is, she wants the best for Kira, right? But she screws him over with her naivete, right? So she slips up because she's not smart, and then that makes Light get in trouble and have to get out of that trouble, right? So I think she does add something to the show. Also, thank you, Bryn, for helping us not have Rant Café a total sausage fest.
What about Rose? Don't forget Rose now.
Well, Rose is now in Korea. She's doing like the K-pop.
I know, she's turning into a K-pop star, so we just have to respect that.
Dude, I cannot wait when that album drops.
Yeah.
I'll be there with the neon lights like this.
Like the fangirls. Woo.
Fun fact, the album is actually called Neon Lights.
Ooh. Will Bryn be featured on it too?
I have a duet with her, so we're working on it. We'll get there.
I'm excited.
Can you tell all the Koreans that Rant Café is a thing every Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Why, I think I can.
Excellent. I like Brit. I like when you're joking around, you always go to your Southern Belle accent.
Yes, I can.
What do you mean?
Why, I think I can. Thank you, y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
So yeah, I think that was a good discussion. Does anyone else want to say anything else before we wrap it up? Because we are already at hour and 43 minutes of Rant Café.
I can't wait to watch Spooky's videos.
Hopefully they're not too disappointing.
And I can't wait till he does a School Rumble video. I better get a shout out in that video, by the way.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, no, it's Spooky's videos are definitely high quality, top-notch stuff. So be sure to check out his channel, link in the description. Same thing for all the other fine folks in this stream. Links are in the description. Also, Briggs and I are in the initial stage of planning a collaboration on the 7 Deadly Sins, guys.
Ooh.
So yeah, be on the lookout for that. We're gonna be collabing, maybe even doing 2 videos, one on each of our channels that are directly related to the other. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. 7 Deadly Sins fans.
Should be fun.
While we are all in limbo waiting for an announcement for season 2, there is one bright spot, and it is Briggs and I.
Ooh, I'm excited.
We are the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna die after watching it.
Yeah. So we're never getting season 2. Well, I mean, Escanor might kill you. He's pretty proud.
But Meliodas has hidden potentials.
Ooh. A little bit of a teaser there, boys.
But yeah, okay, guys. Thank you again so much for being guests, and 2Spooky for coming on for the first time. Pleasure having you. I will, everyone in the chat as well. Thank you for coming. I see Ladiga in there. I haven't shouted him out yet. What's up, bro? And let's do our outros where you say who you are and what you do. And we'll start with you, 2Spooky, as the new guy.
All right. Well, I am 2Spooky, everyone, also known as the Spookster or 2Spookster. My channel is basically, it's kind of a clusterfuck, to be honest. Like, there's facts and top 10s, and I'm trying to explain stuff now, and then there's just other random things put into there as well. It's not 100% anime based, but a lot of it's anime based. And I also just wanted to say thank you for having me on. It was a very fun time.
Oh, our pleasure. Our pleasure. And yeah, we've been chatting and stuff prior to this, and Spooky's a great guy, so definitely check him out. And I see Ateru in the chat. It is 6:46 a.m. there. Ateru, go to bed. Briggs, let's go to you.
I also make facts. I'm also going to be explaining something about the 7 Deadly Sins. So I'm basically just a 2Spooky shitty knockoff at this point.
Too spooky light.
Zero
Oh
calories.
yeah, I do all the interesting. I do all the interesting things and facts you wouldn't know about characters and series, much like my friend Spooks. And yeah, fun fact, link in the description.
Ooh.
Yeah, and look out for the new channel, All Day 2 Gozen. He will be making a lot of fact videos. Brand new. No, I'm just joking, guys. Bryn, to you.
Yes, I'm Bryn from Bryn's Fandoms, and I do anime reviews and kind of discussions. Lately, I've been doing like speed paints with my reviews and like just kind of casually talking about a particular series or anime that we've been watching. But you can find me there, Bryn's Fandoms, and that's kind of what I do. So, bye. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, and Bryn has several interesting videos coming up that I'm looking forward to. That I'm not sure when they're coming out, like some of the waifu stuff and stuff like that.
Secret projects, yeah, the end of the month. So
okay, cool. Because yeah, I'm looking forward to these secret projects.
Mhm.
And going to Tony the Black Critic Guy.
I know, worth checking out. That's my outro.
He's actually worth checking out, despite his very tsundere attitude on this Rant Café.
I like to keep it fun, okay? Give me a break.
He's a cool guy, makes cool content. I troll him in the comments, to his streams, in his videos all the time. I can't help myself. Also, Cyanide Blizzard had to leave early, but he is also a YouTuber who makes great content. Check out link in the description. And his latest video actually features Rant Café, taking over his first impressions show. So if you haven't seen that yet, be sure to check it out.
I'm the most unobservant guy on the planet. I didn't notice Cyanide left until like 2 minutes ago.
Wait, what? Really, Briggs? Are you serious?
I'm completely serious. He's pretty quiet this stream, guys, and he just mutes
You
himself.
didn't see the box disappeared?
No, I minimized that at like halfway through the stream.
Oh my god.
Not that. I was like, I saw his message like 2 minutes ago. I'm like, shit, I didn't even notice.
What a good friend, everybody.
I love you, Cyanide.
Anime. Round of applause for All Day Anime, everybody.
Yeah, well, All Day Anime is the same guy that when he streams, he never checks the chat, and then people always complain, Briggs, check the chat.
I did better last time.
Senpai noticed me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You
Oh,
guys
yeah.
asked me to notice him like twice in the chat. I haven't done it yet.
What a great friend. Such
I'm a great friend.
guy.
I am.
Yeah. So
It's
thank
hard
you
to
guys
get the word
again.
in.
What?
Like sometimes you can't say anything because like people are in the middle of conversation and Recon's asking for me to notice him, and like I'm waiting to get like to say it, and then I completely forget.
He got noticed enough, okay? He
Yeah.
got noticed enough with his Recon no Pico, and he's always doing it. But yeah, so thanks again, guys. All my guests, all the people in the chat. It's always a pleasure. Now I'm gonna go and hang out on the Discord because that is all I do in my life.
He has no life.
Until next time, guys. Until next time, see ya. Space Cowboys.
Bang. I had to say it.